Before the first breath of man touched the earth, before the foundations of our world were laid in clay, there was a flame. Not a flame that hungrily consumes wood or oil, but a flicker born of the void, a heatless, smokeless fire. They have watched us from the periphery of sight since the dawn of time, drifting in the unseen spaces between light and shadow, waiting in the ancient, forgotten corners of our world. Before the foundations of the world were set, before the mountains breathed, there was the flame. Not a flame that consumes wood or oil, but a flickering heat, a searing essence born of the void. This is the smokeless fire, the primordial spark from which the Djinn were forged, a substance of pure, unyielding energy, unseen yet felt in the shimmering, deadly heat of the desert sands. Long before the first empires rose from the desert sands, there existed a flame that cast no shadow. Not the warmth of a hearth, nor the destruction of a forest fire, but a searing ethereal heat. The Marigin. From this smokeless fire, a consciousness was forged, an intelligence born of heat and wind, unseen by the eyes of men, yet felt in the sudden, chilling stillness of a desert night. It is a flame that does not consume, but permeates, waiting in the spaces between the light and the dark. But within this unseen hierarchy, a darker truth emerges. Not all entities dwell in the periphery, some command the very essence of the flame. Behold the Ifrit, beings of immense power and ancient malice, whose strength is matched only by their cunning. They are the masters of deception, capable of manifesting in the flickering shadows of a desert campfire or the suffocating heat of a sandstorm, reminding us that the line between our world and theirs is as thin as a wisp of smoke. They do not inhabit the world we see, but rather the spaces between, the flickering margins of our perception. To encounter the Djinn is not to behold a physical form, but to feel a sudden, inexplicable shift in the temperature of the air, a prickle of heat where no sun shines. They are the architects of the unseen, woven from a flame so pure it leaves no ash, no smoke, and no trace. Only the haunting, heavy suspicion that something ancient and hungry is watching from the edge of the flickering candlelight, waiting for the shadows to lengthen. They are not truly gone, they are merely veiled. Between the shimmering heat of the noon sun and the biting chill of the desert night, a thin, fraying boundary exists. It is in these liminal spaces, the heat haze above the dunes and the swirling dust of a sandstorm, that the smokeless fire still flickers. They linger in the periphery of our vision, ancient and unyielding, waiting for the moment the veil thins and the shadows reclaim their desert throne. To understand the Djinn, one must look past the flame and into the heat itself. They are not born of flesh, nor bound by the breath of the earth. They are the Marigin Min Na, a flame stripped of its shroud, a searing, invisible essence that leaves no trail of smoke. In the shimmering distortion of the desert noon, where the horizon trembles and the air begins to warp, they dwell. They are the heat that lingers long after the sun has set, a consciousness forged in the heart of a desert sun, waiting in the silent, burning void between worlds. But do not mistake their invisibility for absence. For in the heart of the desert, where the heat ripples against the midnight air, the smokeless fire burns brightest. It is a flame that leaves no ash, a heat that leaves no scent, only a lingering, heavy presence. It is a searing, pure energy stripped of all substance, existing in the precise moment between a flicker of light and the crushing weight of the dark. This is the true nature of the Djinn, a burning essence, untethered and eternal. But do not be deceived by the desert's stillness. Watch closely where the heat haze trembles and the horizon begins to blur. It is in this shimmering distortion, this fracturing of the air, that the veil thins. The smokeless fire does not burn with a visible flame, but with a heat that consumes the very essence of reality. Here the unseen takes shape, a presence felt in the sudden chill of a warm breeze, a weight in the silence, a swirling shadow of ancient, hungry heat watching us from the edge of our perception. The fire may be smokeless, but its heat remains, simmering just beneath the veil of our perception. They are the whispers in the shifting dunes, the flicker in the dying hearth, and the unseen presence in the desert wind. Tread carefully through the shadows, for in the realm of the Djinn, the darkness is never truly empty, and some flames leave no ash behind. But do not mistake their invisibility for absence. They are forged from the searing essence of a flame that casts no shadow, a heat so intense it defies the very laws of the physical world. To encounter them is to feel a sudden, inexplicable chill amidst the desert heat, a presence that burns without light, a flicker of the primordial, smokeless fire that predates the stars themselves. They are the heat in the wind, the shimmer on the horizon, and the silent weight in the dark. It is a flame that defies the logic of the hearth. No ash remains, no scent of burning wood lingers in the air. There is no soot to stain the hands of man. It is a searing, weightless heat, a presence that exists in the very breath between worlds. This is the essence of the smokeless fire, a remnant of an era before time, still flickering, still watching, hidden within the very shadows we call our own. As the sun retreats and the desert cools, the boundary between the seen and the unseen begins to thin. We walk through a world of clay, yet we are never truly alone, for beneath the surface of the visible, the heat of the primordial flame still pulses, a silent, smokeless reminder that in the deep shadows of the night, the ancient fire is still watching. But do not mistake their absence for non-existence. They dwell in the spaces between heartbeats, in the heat that shimmers above the desert sands at high noon. They are the flicker in the corner of your eye, the sudden, inexplicable chill in a sun-drenched room, the lingering remnants of a fire that never knew smoke, waiting patiently for the moment the veil between our worlds grows thin.